Hi there. Um, Hi, bro. How do I spell your name? I apologize if I get your name wrong out there. Chamath. Is that how I pronounce your name? What's up, my friend? Hope you're doing fine. Where are you watching this from? Thanks for joining in, man. Chamath says hey. Says what's up. Hope you guys are having a great, lovely weekend so far. Well, going into the weekend. Friday's considered the weekend already, lah. Yeah. I've got a couple of things I want to talk about here. Okay. Yes, I was there for recording. Yep, I remember. I know, yeah. Yes, I do remember now. Yeah. I definitely know you were not from Malaysia. I just couldn't remember where. Jamas is all the way from Sri Lanka, man. Hope you are doing well. Hope that how hope you're staying safe. Everything is good and healthy over there. You know, how's the situation over like in Sri Lanka, man? Could you like maybe share with me how's obviously in Malaysia and a lot of countries we have different lock we have our own lockdowns, we have our different situations. I hope everything is manageable. How's this condition and situation over there? Okay, right. Jamal said, "Yes, bro. Everything is going well." Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to know. All right. Um, don't really know how the cases are over there, but I hope that it's manageable. Hopefully that you're staying safe. Is your country under? Is Sri Lanka also under some kind of a lockdown, or are like businesses and schools and public places allowed to open? And who else is there in the chat? Hello, Muhammad Noor Izuddin. Hi, JD. Hello, bro. How are you? How's sudah makan belum? Have you had your dinner? How is JB? How's the situation down in Johor? You're in JB, right? No? All right. Okay. I want to just wait a little bit more till we get a bit more people, because I wanted to sort of talk about the direct access music production workshop here. Okay. Yes. Yes, it was. Okay. And now it's fine. Okay. That's good to know, man. All right. Hope that you, your family, and over there, all over in Sri Lanka, are staying safe, staying healthy, and staying happy. Okay, all right, right. All my best wishes to you and the rest of the guys. All right. Still doing anything new? Any new music from you? Feel free, man. Feel free to share anything that you're working on. You can just leave it in the comments there, and I will share it with the viewers so that everyone can see. This little casual session is something that I try to do whenever there is no mix stream. By the way, there is no mix stream episode today, so I will be doing this. Well, at least I will try to have something up for you guys out there lah, for the community, for the Mixed Stream Academy community members, and also for any of you who's watching this. Okay, whether you're watching this live right now on a Friday night, or if you're watching this in a video replay, right? So I'll always make sure that there's something up, that there's something for you, right? So, right, if you are watching this and you want to, feel free, if you want to share your stuff, you want to share any music that you're working on, feel free, man. Don't be shy. This platform is open for every one of you out there. Okay, yeah, you can share your links to any of the songs, and then we'll check it out. any of the YouTube videos, I'll check it out as well. Okay. um might not be able to play it, right, because Facebook can be a little bit iffy with playing audio and playing licensed music. Okay. So but more than happy and more than welcome. Okay. Now, this is also, it's called Ask Me Anything. Okay, so it's called Ask Me Anything because it's a live Q&A, right? So every Wednesday, I do the weekly update Wednesday videos where I sort of keep everyone posted on what's been happening in the studio, and then I also answer like the questions that I get from all over social media. Okay, from YouTube, from the Facebook, from the community members, from different audio groups that I get. Okay, uh, and on the Fridays, right? Usually on a Friday night like this, I'll be doing the mix stream, the live stream mixing sessions. Okay, now so, one more thing that I want to do. If you have any questions, right? This is a live Q&A. You have any questions? You can be regarding recording music, music production, mixing, anything music theory, music business. If you have any questions out there, you can just shoot it, right? Just leave it in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer to whatever knowledge at the top of my head. Okay, right? So this is all not pre-prepared. You'll know these are all live Q and This is not pre-prepared questions. If I can't find the solution, I can't find an answer, then I will try to answer them in my weekly videos. Okay, and but most of all right, something I want to give a little bit of incentive for so that people can watch this. Okay, I want to hear your questions from you, right? Okay, any sort of questions. And at the end of the live stream, okay, we finish at about 12 o'clock. Okay, I start at 10, 12 o'clock, I stream for about 2 hours. So the best question of the night, okay, is going to win a prize. I'm going to give them a very special prize. And hang on, let me show you what I'm going to give. Right, okay. What I'm going to be giving out, okay, I'm back, okay. What I'm going to be giving out was a copy of the Project EAR Revolution album, the actual physical copy of the album. So this was our first album that we put out in 2012. That's like 8 years ago, right? But still oldie, but still a goodie, okay? These are super highly limited edition copies because we have never printed more than this first batch. So we have only very few. I only have a very few of these left. The best question of the night, okay? All right, I'm going to throw through all the best questions and everything. Yeah, they're going to get you're going to win this. I will be sending you a copy of this CD, okay? So you have a good question and I'm going to find who has the best question and I'll send it out to you, okay? All right, cheers. All right, so Jamal was saying, yes, these days I'm working with Sony Music. Oh, sweet, that's very nice, man. Yeah, Sony Music, as in you're working directly with Sony Music, or do you have like are you on a contract? Are you like contracted as a producer or songwriter with Sony Music in Sri Lanka? Right, that's really cool to know, man. So Sri Lanka, okay, let's say. Um, the very funny thing was that I don't remember, because this was many years ago. But this was the times when my band was still touring. Supposedly we had our music released over there in Sri Lanka as well. I know during those days we had a couple of Malaysian artists that actually went over there. So there was a Miss Nina back then. Don't know whether it was us, but I don't know what actually happened out of that. Supposedly our music was supposed to have been released over there or something like that, but I don't know. Maybe there was never any news behind it. Okay, yeah. So cool, man. That's very cool. Good to know. Yeah. All right, so let me just wait for a little bit more people. Okay, let me just put this up so that y'all can see. So this is what I want to talk about, right? The direct access music production workshop. I'll wait till we have a little bit more people in here first, okay? So thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out, okay? I do appreciate it that this is a appreciate that you're taking the time to sort of hang out and chill out here on a Friday night. You know, people that have other things to do, going out or spending the weekend or something like that. But I do appreciate the time, man. So to make it worthwhile, please leave your questions and your any sort of comments down there so that you know. All right, okay. Let's see. Couple of other things. What else is going on? So just gonna hang out here. All right. If you any questions or stuff like that, okay, just leave them down below. All right. Okay. So in the meantime, all right, whilst wait for a little bit more people, as we say, la Malaysian timing, people always take about 15-20 minutes to sort of come on board. Let me just go ahead and sort of do some stuff here. So I'm actually working on doing some editing over in this side. It's a project that I'm working on. It's a song that was produced and written by Johari Te, right? I recently recorded it. It's for actually a private client. It's like an individual client. So he engaged Johari to write a song, okay? And hence we recorded it over here, right? We did vocals first last week, and then recently, only on Wednesday, so that two nights ago, recorded drums. I had Ujang, all right? Ujang is one of Malaysia's. Ujang is from the band Exist, right? He is one of, if not, he is definitely one of, if not the best on top in demand session drummers, right? In the country, okay. Fantastic, amazing drummer, okay, amazing drummer, okay, and the funny thing is that you know with these fantastic drummers, right, we always joke about we set up the drums, we set up the mics, we set up the kit, we set up the we get the line check, we get the tones, we get the EQ, we get the preamp gain staging, all done. That takes an hour. That takes an hour plus to do. And then these session drummers, they are so good. They nail the take. They nail the take in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it's done. The session is done. So I think the entire drum session only took an hour and a half, right? Including setup time. And the majority of it was setting up. It took about an hour just to set everything up. And, you know, just nailed it in like 15, 20 minutes. Okay, cool. Right. Hey, hi, Daniel. All right. Daniel, thanks for joining in, man. Daniel Iskandar. Daniel, where are you watching this from? Do let me know. I would love to know. Okay. Which part of the country are you in? Right. Okay, Daniel. So Daniel's asking, what's the workshop content? All right. Okay, cool. Let me sort of direct you and lead you straight away to the event page, which you can see right over here. Okay. Right, so this is the Facebook event page. The workshop content, I'll sort of read it out to you as well. Give me a second. Okay. Let me just copy the URL over. Paste. All right, so now, so Daniel's asking what is the workshop content, okay? So you can, hang on a second. Let me hide that, all right? Because there's a bit of a typo over there. There we go. This is the proper one. Let me try and delete this. How am I going to delete this? Hello? Okay, let me try and delete the other one. Hang on a second. Delete comment. Okay, cool. That's because there was a little bit of typo over there. Okay, I'll share this page with you, so check it out. All right, full page. Here we go. Now, so the Direct Access 1.0 Music Production Workshop. This is Season 3. Well, it's called Season 3 because this is the third year running already. I did the very first one back in 2018 and 2019. was the second one. And I was planning to do something again this year. Originally everything was planned to be in July, but and of course COVID-19 happened, MCO happened, and everything was thrown into a bit of a disarray lah. Okay, so but it's happening now, right? A big thanks you, right? Big thanks, shout out actually goes to Chandana, right? The Cultural Economy Development Agency, who are our strategic partners, right? They help to, with them, right? They have, without them, this would not have been possible. Okay, okay. So let me just very quickly go down to what the details are. Okay, what's in the content? You can actually read it for yourself, but I'll very, very briefly kind of go through what's inside the production workshop course. Okay, now so what's in the direct access music production workshop course? Okay, so this is first of all, it's a 6-week course. All right, right, Muhammad Noor, right, who was in the chat earlier on, right? He's actually one of the students, so he can actually tell you about his experience, all right, with the workshop. Noor was part of the very, very first one that we did in 2018. Okay, right? Okay, so back to what's in the workshop, the content. So it's a combination of hands-on studio work. Okay, that means you will get to put up microphones, you get to roll cables and all that. You get to even go and operate the DAW if you have the confidence lah. Okay, if you have the confidence, right? I'll give you a hands-on experience. So it's a combination of hands-on experience, classroom instruction, some assignment work. Okay, right? Very minimal lah. Okay, I know. All of you are very lazy to do homework. Right? Give you homework and then never do. Okay, right? Okay, and all of this will culminate in a mixing contest. Okay, so we have some of our partners who we haven't announced yet. Okay, who usually sponsor some prizes, some nice prizes. In the past, we had the prizes from Bay Dynamic. We had prizes from SMX as well. Okay, so then the best mix will get a prize lah. Okay, now so it's a 6-week course. Now 6 weeks. Wow, you're thinking very long. Okay, not every day for 6 weeks lah, right? So it's 6 weeks course, once a week, every Saturday. Okay, starting from usually from 10 p.m. all the way until 6 p.m. Okay, so some of the topics that we cover, right, there's theory classes and there's also practical classes, right? We talk about properties of sounds, we talk about the microphone basics, okay, the operating principles, product patterns. We're going to be doing a classroom lecture on filters, EQs, spectrum processing. We're talking about digital audio, MIDI, introduction to music hardware. Then we go into the recording techniques itself, right? So every week, right, the first 4 weeks we cover one different instrument. So we covered 1 week we cover drums, another week we cover bass, another week we cover guitars, another week we cover vocals. Okay, post-production techniques such as editing, drum sample replacement, vocal tuning, etc. Talk about project management and mixing and mastering. Okay, so this is week 5 and week 6. Week 5, I do a mixing demonstration. It's a live mixing demonstration, just like exactly what I do on the MixStream sessions, right, on every Friday, which you can see on my YouTube channel, right? So I'm going to doing that live in front of the students, like, okay. And then lastly, on the week 6, right, it'll be mastering and the final run through. So okay, check out the page. Okay, I'm gonna give it a link again, right? So give a link out there, right? Just check it out. Okay. Okay, Daniel says, yo, interesting. Okay, right, he says, where can I find the rate? Okay, so now if you want more information, this is where you go, right? Head down to the official Instagram page, because you want to do registration. You will need to do it there. Okay, so there are a couple of ways that you can do. Head down to Instagram page. Let me share that with you. Okay, stop the screen, share screen. Okay, here we go. Let me share this. Blah blah. Ta-da. All right. Okay, head down to this. This is the official direct access Instagram page. Okay, so you can see some of the cool photos and cool posts that are there. All information is you can get it from there, right? Actually, it's on the Facebook event page, which I posted it up as well. Okay, so head on down to this page. Let me type it in here. Chat. Let me type it in the chat. Show. Head on to the Instagram page. Okay, Instagram.com/direct access 2105. Okay, now, right. So, for more information on how to join and how to register, okay, there are a couple of ways. Go to the Instagram page. Go to the Facebook page. Okay, like I mentioned. All right. Okay, Instagram page here, direct access 2105. Okay, drop us a message there. Right, all the information will be there. All the information is also available on the Facebook event page, which I shared with you earlier just now. Okay. Okay. So where can I find the rate? Okay. Here's the thing. All right. This is, and if you actually follow my post, social media post, it's mentioned already. Okay. All right. This is a free course. It is free of charge, right? All right. No fees, zero fees. Okay. All right. So again, because this one is supported, we have gotten some funding and the support from Chandana. Right. Without that, all right, would not have been possible to make this a free workshop, lah. Okay. But spaces are very limited. Okay, very limited. So you got to hurry up. You got to register really, really quickly. If I'm not mistaken, according to my business manager who's handling the registrations, he says there are only like 2 or 3 slots left, so you gotta hurry. Okay, now it's not entirely free. Well, it is a free workshop, but what we do is we will collect a commitment fee of 50 ringgit. Okay, now this commitment fee is fully refundable. It is totally refundable. So once you attend all 6 sessions, only if you attend all 6 sessions though. So this is a commitment fee because we really want people who are committed, who is going to be dedicated, and really, really want to learn and want to sort of experience and participate in this workshop. Okay, because if you're not serious or not something, you are depriving other people who want to, so the thing is, because if it's a free workshop, okay, because since it's a free workshop, we want people who are super really serious about it to join and to sign up lah. Okay, so there is a 50 ringgit commitment fee which is refundable. Okay, bear in mind it's refundable if you attend and you complete all 6 sessions. Okay. Right, then Daniel asks, and what if on one of the date I'm not available to join? Okay, unfortunately, you're right. If you miss a class, then you miss a class lah. Okay, because you got to be fair for everyone. There are others who are making that commitment as well, right? So they are coming here and attending a class. Noah, who was in the chat just now, he comes all the way from JB. So every week in 2018, when I was running the workshop, he comes all the way from JB every weekend to attend the workshop. So if someone can come all the way from JB, that's level of commitment that he has there, man. And then last year, I also had another student who came all the way from Banting. So every weekend, Banting is not as far as JB lah, but still quite far away. It's still going through all the roads, or there can take sometimes up to 2 hours to come back and forth. So yeah, okay, so that is the little bit of information behind that. So 2 things: you want more info on how to sign up, right, how to register, head down to the official Instagram page right here. Okay, direct access 2105. Go there, drop us a message, okay, and you'll find out more info on how to register. Okay, or you can also go to the Facebook page, okay, facebook.com/events221 events, blah, 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 down here. Okay, all right, hopefully that answers your question. Okay, Daniel. Okay, if you have any further questions, again, drop a message on the Instagram. Okay, that will really appreciate it. Okay, super cool. I hope that answers your questions there, mate. Okay, let me check out. There are a couple of other stuff as well. People are requiring me. Okay, hang on a second, right? I got an important message. This is related to the workshop as well. Okay, right. This is from the band that I'm featuring on the for the Direct Access Music Workshop. Okay, which I announced recently. Let me. How about weekdays or the following weekend? Do 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 do. Okay, hang on a second. Papa. Alright, Daniel says, I really want to, but if you're gonna workshop, I look at chipta which I paid only but only for it's still kind of account immediately after, alright. But we ended about I put the time at 6, but we usually end about 5 because we want to give time for Q&As and all that, a little bit of maybe some mingling after. So oh man, that's a little bit too bad. Okay, look, tell you what, you try messaging, try because just drop a message, check with the my manager who's handling the registration stuff, and check with him and see, and maybe we can make an exception. Maybe you don't come for, maybe you can't, maybe you have missed the first one, and then you can come for the following ones lah. Drop a message over there, okay? All right. All right, thanks, man. You're most welcome. So, okay, Daniel, drop a message on Instagram. Go try and ask my admin, my business manager over there, right? Try and check it out and see whether, again, we have to determine and look at the number of slots that are available lah. Okay, because nowadays also for all these workshops and ground events, we have to also observe SOP. We have to in the venue, we have to sort of make sure we can ensure safe and social distancing as well. So don't worry, all the SOPs will be thoroughly followed lah. Okay, so cool. Please head on down and check it out. Okay, right. Go to the Instagram page. Let me share back the YouTube. No YouTube pula. Let's go back to the Facebook page over here. All right, cool. So, as usual, you guys, any questions, any comments, please leave them down, okay, in the comment section. Okay, best question of the night, everyone, okay? Best question of the night, it's gonna win must be a good question now, okay, all right? So if it's not a very good question, and I get to decide, okay? So if it's not a good question, then I'm not, then there's no prize, okay? But best question, right, for live stream is gonna be getting a special prize I mentioned earlier. Okay, this is a live Q&A. You right, if you have any questions of any sorts, okay, this is what you're gonna get. All right, best question of the night in this live stream will get a copy of the Project EAR, all right, a Revolution album, the actual physical copy, very rare and very limited. Okay, so check it out. Right, thank you for your question, by the way, Daniel. All right, thanks so much. Okay, who else is watching over there? Okay. Right. Oh, hi, Josephine. Josephine left a like. Josephine Lim. Is my dear cousin sister. How are you? Okay. Hope you're doing well, doing fine. All right. Green tea. This is excellent. Excellent green tea. Okay, got a question here. Let's see. Right, so this was the band that hold on a second. Okay, so let's see what else is going on messages. All right. Okay, right. Come. Let's get down. Let's get down to some questions there. Oh, Daniel, you're still asking. All right. What's your worst mixing experience? It's a very good question. Okay. Let's see. Let me try and recall now. All right. I've got one on the top of my head, but I'm trying to think: is there anything else that's even more, even worse? For example, let's see lah. Okay. Okay. Now, all right. So, I think can't think of that. There's on top of my head. There's probably two or three, but one actually was very recent. Okay, very recent, and I can't reveal the artist's name, or I can't reveal the name of the persons involved, because it is, going to be a little bit sensitive. But the I know you asked the question, but I just simply can't reveal the names. Okay, it's to respect and to protect the privacy of the persons involved, whether living or dead. Okay, right. So, but basically, this is it, right? So, this is actually it's a major label. It's a major label artist. I already give you a clue already. Okay, major label artist. With a original producer, and a composer, was a friend of mine, right? A good friend of mine, right? Also an AIM award-winning producer and artist by in his own right. All right. So what happened was that midway to the project, the label got involved, and then they sent in another co-producer, okay, into the picture. You can already guess lah what is going to happen lah. Okay, now so basically, all right, so I can tell you one thing. So I think we went through at least 4 revisions. I did the initial mix, okay, all right, with whatever stuff that was given, because there were some tracks and all that, all right. So because there were some additional tracks that were added on by the this other producer. It's okay, all right, let's go on. This is what I have, right? This is so we proceeded, and I proceeded with the mix, okay. So we went through, I think, 2 second change, and then I started getting like so usually you see the mixing process goes like this, right? So once usually the mix engineer has already, most mixing sessions nowadays are unattended, meaning that you don't have the client, you don't have the producer sitting around, hovering around you in the back of the studio. It's really not the way things are done right now lah. And honestly, you prefer it that way, okay? It's a little bit more productive, right? You get a lot more work done instead of having someone hovering around you and or chilling out behind at the back of the control room, right, listening to what's happening. Because in the mixing process, trust me, the first half of it, okay, when you're still trying to sort everything out, when you're still trying to EQ things, you're trying to fit everything into space and everything, it's all gonna sound like shit, okay? It's all gonna sound like crap. Everything's gonna sound terrible. Everything's gonna sound horrible. It's gonna sound, okay, I'm actually using a lot of hyperbole, a lot of extreme extreme words there, but basically it doesn't sound so good, because the mix process we're still going through is trying to balance things. We're still trying to make things fit and work with each other. So if you are someone sitting at the back there, okay, you are going to be wondering, okay, you're going to be wondering, what the hell is going on? This guy doesn't know what he's doing, it sounds awful, it sounds terrible. But you see, when I'm the person but I, as the mixing engineer, as the mixer, I understand that's part of the process. That's part of the discovery process. I'm trying to discover what the different parts are doing. I'm trying to discover, what are the different, what's the role, what's the function of the different part, what's the vocals doing, what the drums doing, what's the bass line doing, what the guitar is doing, what's the backing vocals doing, and all sorts. I'm trying to understand and discover and frame everything, okay, into the mix. So that takes up maybe about half of the process. So in that stage, everything sounds bad. Okay, everything sounds bad. Everything doesn't, not to say bad, like everything doesn't sound right. Okay, it always happens somewhere about kind of 2/3 of the way. Suddenly everything will just click, right? And it's very hard to explain. Sometimes it's just some tiny move. Sometimes it's just putting that bass just at the right level. Sometimes it's just putting the vocal at the right level, and then poof, it's at the right something. It falls into place. Okay, so anyway, so basically this situation with when you talk about worst mixing experience, right? Very often, okay, all the non-pleasant situations has always been, this is the phrase which I like to use. Okay, all right, let me sort of type it out. Okay, what's the word of responsibility? Let me just type it out so that you can see it. It's called the, I can't remember what was the word that I used. I tweeted it before, so I can't really remember. I'm trying to recall. Okay. 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 The word is. Okay. The word is. Okay. Well, let me try and find what is the word. Okay. Let's say when the. Let's say when the king um, abandoned abandoned. Let me look at the thesaurus. Okay. Let me look at the thesaurus. Look at the thesaurus. Don't have, not here. Okay, anyway. Basically, alright, I'm trying to say. Alright. Here is this. Okay, I think it's this. Right? This is what I mean. It always happens in a situation of when there's an abdication of responsibility. So abdication here means that when for example, our previous Yang Dipertuan Agong, he abdicated from the throne. So this is what happens, is he? So he basically resigned from the Yang Dipertuan Agongship, from the Agongship, right? So the producer is always the person in charge, right? All right, it's always the person to have clear direction, a clear vision of what's supposed to be, and to always communicate with everyone who is involved in the project, be it the artist, be it the other people involved, maybe a co-producer, could be an arranger, could be the engineer, could be the mixer. You need to communicate, all right, with in this kind of situation, lah, all right. So always the unpleasant situations have always because somebody decided to abdicate their responsibility. It's like, okay, I don't want to take responsibility for things. It's like, okay, we'll just leave it up to you. But you cannot leave things up to chance when you are producer, when you are in charge of it. I cannot assume, I cannot read your mind. I can't read the mind of you as a client, okay, unless I really know them. I've worked with a client on many projects. Then yes, you get to work so close together that we know what they like, we know what their tastes are, okay, and they also sort of know how I mix and what's the sound that I'm gonna get. So that when that happens, that's perfectly fine. You see, okay. Let me see what's going on. So yeah, that's the situation. Hang on a second. Family is calling me. He's like, what's going on, man? So yeah, so this is what happens. Okay, so my worst experience always boils down to that. Okay, so basically in the end, I think we went to like 4 different versions, and then there was never any proper communication. I would always ask for feedback. It's like, hey, let me know, what is it, what's the situation, what is it that you want to adjust, what is it that you are hearing, what is it that you're not happy with, and if you want to, right, let's do an attended mixing. All right, so after the mixing session is done, if you want to you want to come in, especially when it's first time, when we're working with someone for the first time, I will always try and encourage them to come in here and let's do a listening session. Okay, hey, let's do a listening session. Let's work and let's sit down right next to me, right in front of the speakers, right, so that you're going to be hearing exactly what I'm hearing, and let's tweak it. Let's tweak the mix there. Well, that never happened, right? Even though I offered and said, hey, let's do this. Let's do this listening session. Let's do some revisions and all that. Okay, so that never happened. Now, in the end, we actually reverted going back. We did like 4 versions, almost 5 versions. In the end, we went back to, guess what? We went back to like the second version, which was a version of the mix that I liked. All right, that the original mix that I felt was the best anyway. Okay, so we went one whole circle lah, basically going back to that. So that was my worst mixing, one of my worst mixing experiences. Now there was another one as well, with a band. With a band, again, I cannot name which band it is, but this was a very, very long time ago. And this was again more of, it's really again down to lack of someone to make the decision, abdication of responsibility. No one wants to voice out and say, hey, this is what we want, this is what it should be, this is what we want. So you get the opinion from the drummer, you get the opinion, everyone has got their comments, everyone's got their thing, everyone wants their thing to be highlighted and to be focused. No producer there to say, hey, the song, a mix needs to have focus. You need to focus on this, or focus on the vocal, okay, or focus on the guitar riff. You cannot have everything up front, and when everything is up front and big, right, nothing is big, right? There's no focus, right? So a mix always needs to have a focal point. So this was a long time ago, but you can guess it's a similar situation. This one, I think we went as bad as 6 or 7 revisions of the mix. 6 versions. And then you guessed it. In the end, we went back to version 1. The very first version I did, which they decided in the end, okay, yeah, that turned out to be that was eventually the best. So it's always boils down to, nobody's, now if I'm a producer, of course, I will take charge and I will have the responsibility. And a lot of great producers I know, all right, that I work with, are those who take the responsibility. Okay, they are responsible for their decisions, right? They decide and make shit happen lah. Okay, right? They just don't. Like for me, if I'm recording or mixing, I cannot make magic happen on myself, right? It needs to be a team effort. Okay, everyone needs to work together. So on the case of projects with no producers, basically no direction lah. You got no direction. You don't know what you want. Yeah, and sometimes it was a case of the artists don't know what they want when they have no producer. See, don't know what they want. Nobody wants to. No one wants to step up to the plate and take the responsibility. No one wants to. I don't know. Maybe no one wants to take the responsibility because maybe they're afraid of if the song doesn't become a hit, or if the song doesn't do well, then okay, yeah, since I wasn't responsible for it, then I'm not to blame lah. Okay, so maybe that's why, I don't know. So I have never really understood that sort of mentality. Okay, records and the record business is a high risk, high reward business, high risk industry. Okay, statistically speaking, 9 out of 10 projects, and that's probably being very optimistic and very generous, 9 out of 10 projects and artists that are signed to label, even in the past, right? In the past, we're talking about the old business model. 9 out of 10 artists that are signed never succeed, never make it, so to speak. Okay, right? So most projects, most music projects, most albums, most singles fail. That's the real fact. That's the truth of the matter. Okay, right? Most of them do not become hits. 90% of them do not become hits. Only 10%, less than 10%, I would say, actually become successful hits. So music industry is not about, inspiration. It's not necessarily about, it's a lot of hard work. It's basically a numbers game as well. You need to put out a lot of hard work. Of course, you need to, make sure that the song is good, the production is good, the recording is good, the mix is good, and everything. But those are never guarantees that it will be successful, that it will succeed. Right? There's so many other factors that are involved as well. Okay, marketing, promotions, lots of other stuff. Everything needs to, right? You need to have your ducks all in a row before you can. And even if you do, that's never a guarantee of success. Okay, right? Historically, this is what the music industry and the creative, and basically even creative industry is about. Okay, right? So, right, sorry for going to such a long tangent, but when you talk about, just talk about mixing, whenever there's a negative experience, like whenever there's a negative situation going on in the studio or in the music production process or somewhere along the line, very often when it comes to when you talk about the record business, it's always the application of responsibility. Okay, it's always like somebody doesn't want to take charge. It's like, I wash my hands. I don't. Maybe I don't care enough. Okay, or maybe I'm not being paid. Maybe they think like, oh, I'm not being paid well enough, right, to do the job. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, that song which I just mentioned, that I told you about, the major label ones, it's out now. um Hopefully it does well. I don't know, and then maybe it'll, I hope so, because the composer and the original producer, right, the actual producer of the song, it's a very good friend of mine, right, someone I've worked on for many years, right. He himself is also an AIM award winner as well. So, right, so it's not that, ah, yeah, anyway, yeah, it's over, it's past, don't want to talk about it again. Ayo, yes lah. Ayo, indeed. Ayo, memang, indeed. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. That's a very good question, man. All right. Worst mixing experience. Don't want to go through that again. Okay, what else has been happening? Okay, let's see. All right. List of live viewers. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba. Okay, let me just do a quickly share this out. Unrestricted stage. Okay, right. Oh, look at all the popular live videos, man. All gaming lah. Maybe I should do some gaming videos. All right. Should I do that instead? Okay, let's head back to this page. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see if anyone's got any more comments. Then I will come and write it up lah. Okay. And in the meantime, let me just do some other stuff as well. Okay, right. Great question, by the way, Daniel. Da-da-da. What's that? Daniel said, "Ayo, yo, yes, Daniel, I'm still here. All right, I am still here, man. What are you doing now? If you any of your this chat session is very very casual. Do you have any music or stuff you want to share that you want people to check it out? Just type it out in the comments below, man, and I will definitely gladly check it out as well. Okay. Hang on a second. Let me just drop a message over. Let's see. Right, tomorrow afternoon, I've got a recording session with Loco. We are recording their brand new single. We're doing guitars tomorrow, acoustic. Acoustic and electric guitars. They are recording their brand new single. They did the drums and the bass last week. Okay, just hang on a second. I got to wrap up, type some messages. Okay. All right, so let's see. Oh, I forgot to set my fasting timer. Okay, fasting timer. What time? What time you start? 7:30, I think. Okay, change. Let me change it. I started at 7:30. Okay, that was what time I had dinner. Save, and it's supposed to end at 11:30 tomorrow morning. Okay, great, cool. Fasting. Doing like a little intermittent fasting thing. So this little app really helps me to keep track of the timeline. Okay, all right. So, all right. Am I okay, Daniel? You've got a question of, have you ever thought of opening your own label? Okay, record label. Have I ever thought of it? The answer is yes. I've thought of it. The thought has always been on my mind. The I've always been asked to do it. To help to even manage bands, to maybe put a record label out. So that the bands can have a record label to do it. So the thought of starting a record label has always been there, but I have never um, had the firstly I never had the manpower to do it. Okay. um the music business side of things, trust me, is a can of worms that was way more complicated and way nastier and messier than studio recording, music production, the world of music production. Okay. And I don't mean to make it sound, again, see, just now I told you the experience of when working with major label producers and all that, on what sort of a headache and and anyway, yeah, what sort of mess that it brings into the whole situation. So yeah, I've always thought of it, but I know that the thing is that I really need to really sort of dedicate my time and my energy towards one thing in order to do something really well. I know that I need to really dedicate the time and energy towards it. So I knew that if I were to start opening and doing a record label, all right, what's going to suffer is the recording side, the recording studio side, the recording and mixing side, the producing side of things. I undoubtedly know it'll suffer, because there's no way that you can be doing so many things by on your own, all right, without one area or something like that, taking a backseat to another lah, right? This is simply not possible, right? But again, hopefully, I have been sitting down and talking with people. The idea of doing something like this has always been there, and I've talked with people, but it's always now is not now is um we're talking about you need some capital lah. Basically, you need money lah. Okay, you need money. You need someone to invest in this as a business. Now, having said that, okay, so if the timing is right, the situation is right, the people we have the people actually. All right, I know good people. I know all the right people in the music business, connections, contacts with radio, with the labels, with A&R, with events, with managers, with live um, agents, whatever, and all that sort of stuff. We have the people, but it's just economically not really a right and viable situation right now, lah. Okay, unless you know of someone who's a angel investor or someone out there, a venture capitalist who's watching this. But the thing is, music business, like I said again, it's high risk, high reward. It's very hard and almost impossible to go in front of a of a meeting, all right, in a pitch meeting with some venture capitalist, right, or some kind of investor meeting, and then you tell them your business plan. Oh, this is the business plan for the music industry. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this label. I have the studio. I'm the producing artist and music artist. And then they ask you, right, what's the percentage rate? What's the rate of success? Okay, and then I'm going to tell them, oh, we only have a 10% chance of succeeding. Which investor in their right mind is going to pump their money into it? Okay, now again, I might be wrong. I am again not someone who is coming from a business perspective of things. That's why I leave all the music business matters and music business things over to other people who are a little bit more inclined and a little bit more attuned towards those sort of things. Okay, music's business is, I would love to, but it's not really in my blood. I would rather let someone else do it lah. Okay, I've had experience before. I personally know how much time it takes. A couple of years back, I was actually helping to a friend of mine. All right, she was a singer-songwriter, a solo singer-songwriter, amazingly talented. She actually won the first prize in the international songwriting competition. Okay, um, and and her album won the first prize. Okay, in that competition. But back in Malaysia, no one knows her. There's hardly any press. No one really pays attention to that sort of thing. Sadly, unfortunately. Okay, all right. So she came back here in Malaysia for about a couple of months to just on a holiday. But then we decided, like, hey, since you're back here for a couple of months, maybe we try to get you do some promotion work, get you some radio, get you some TV interviews, get you some press and stuff like that. So I offered my services to sort of help out. Okay, I still kind of wanted to sort of dive in and thinking of maybe, yeah, get my hands a little bit dirty into this music business thing, right? So I helped to try to manage this artist for about a month plus. Whew, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Can I tell you, that was definitely one of the most stressful periods of my life, right? About a month and a half. So much time and so much effort was taken up and spent. Basically, I had no time to do anything else. Right, that whole month, 1.5 months, I hardly did any of my studio projects. Right, hardly did any recordings because so much time was needed to invest in, and this is just to take care of one artist. To try and contact press, to contact TV, contact radio, arrange stuff, arrange this and all that. Sit down for meetings and all that. Just for one artist. Can you imagine? So, I was like, okay, after this, I'm not doing it again. Granted, it was a good experience. It was a very, very useful learning experience. You know, um, 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 to sort of put on the other costume, so to speak, right? Like for me, being an artist myself, right now I want to, okay, go on to the opposite side of the field and be a manager, an artist manager, and I experienced it, yeah, for myself, like, and how much stressful and how much time it was. So yeah, running your own label. Have I thought about it? Yes, I have. I would love to, but whether I actually do it, You really need a good team behind me lah. Okay, hey, maybe you would be interested. If you're interested, maybe start something. Okay, let's start something. Right, hey, hang on. Give me a minute. Let me go and refill some hot water from my green tea. I will be back in like 30 seconds. All right. Okay, all right. Let's see. If anybody's watching this, please say hi in the comments and let me know where you are coming from. Okay. Da-da-da. Where are you watching this from? Just now we had Chamath all the way from Sri Lanka. That's awesome. And Noah was all the way in JB. Okay. Uh, Daniel, you're a guitar player. You're a guitarist, I assume. Are you playing a band or something like that? Let me know, man. Okay. Wow, time really flies. It's already an hour already into this thing. Okay, I'm gonna be hanging here all the way until 12 midnight. Right, I usually do this Ask Me Anything sessions for about 2 hours from 10 to 12. Okay, in place of the mix stream because there's no mix stream this week. So probably not going to have any mix streams in a while because maybe one more next week. We will see how. We'll see how. Because the workshop is coming up. Okay, so because the workshop is on Saturdays, I will definitely want to take the Friday. I want to take it easy on a Friday because it's a whole full day thing. Okay. Da-da-da. Right. Live viewers. Okay. Who's there? Who's watching? Hey, if you're watching there, right, leave please say hi in the comments. Let me know where you're from. Where are you watching this from, man? Hopefully you all are doing well and having a great Friday. Great Friday. In the meantime, just gonna be doing some editing stuff here. Okay, so Daniel says, right, I play guitar only. Nowadays, more keen in electronic music production, although I like to sample guitars and bass too. Okay, that's cool, man. All right, I obviously can tell that you're a guitar player from your profile picture. Okay, and the question is, oh yeah, have you gotten into electronic music producing? Okay, right. So electronic music producing, no. To be honest, no. Okay. Uh, I am coming from a much more older school, um, way of doing things, right? Meaning with with live drums, live bass, acoustic guitars, electric guitars, mainly with live instruments. Okay, so that is really more of where my training and where my background, where my musical education comes from there, right? So I've never been very much into the electronic music side of things. Okay, of course, back when I was in studying icon, we did learn about synthesis. We learned about I learned about MIDI and synthesis and everything, but it was never something that I really pursued and really mastered. So it was not something that I've got into. So obviously now electronic music, right, and more electronic elements are a lot more predominant in today's music. Okay, so if your needs be, again, it really depends on what sort of production are we going for, what the concept or what the production is. So if it needs to be, if the song needs to go in a certain direction, if it needs to go very, very electronic, very EDM, I'll do it. I'll go with EDM. I'm not. I certainly won't claim and say. No way I can say that I'm an expert on or really specialize in doing electronic music production. It will take me a bit of time to sort of work and sort of dabble around to sort of get the sounds, but I'll get there, right? Right. Definitely not as quickly as someone who just does a lot of electronic music. Okay, so definitely not there. But if the project comes in and then it says okay, we're gonna need this to be a bit more electronic, yeah, sure, we'll do it. I no problems in doing it. Might take me a little bit more time, that's all, right? But we can definitely do it. Now, same goes. You see, same goes. The inverse is true. If someone's gonna come to me, and say that, hey, we're doing like a modern rock, pop rock, or pop punk rock kind of a thing, or rap or new metal kind of a thing, right? Which I'm sort of sometimes known for. Okay, and no problem. That is put easy because that's where my background is. Okay, so I don't think we can be jack of all trades, lah, right? I think it's not really healthy. I think it's much better to focus on your strengths, focus on what you are good at, and build upon that, because that's what your clients and that's what people are going to know you for, and what people are going to come back and going to pay you for. They're going to hire you for your ears, for your skills in that, for your particular skill set. Okay. Now, obviously, feel free if you're watching this, or Daniel or anyone else who's watching this, or you may be watching this a replay. If you think otherwise, if you have a different opinion, okay, please feel free, right? Leave them. Let me know. Just let me know in the comments. See, everyone's opinion is valid. Everyone's idea of what's right or what's best is different. Okay, so there's no right, there's no wrong. So I may not be someone who's known very much as an electronic music producer. Okay, but there may be some people out there who are great at both. There could be one who's great with organic stuff, who's great with orchestral classical music, guitars, but also really, really good with electronic music as well. Hey, could be you, man, Daniel. All right, you could be that person. All right, right. You could be the one that's taking the torch, bearing the torch, of and being that person. Okay, right. But most probably no. All right, for myself. Okay, getting a couple of messages. All right. That's really weird. Where are those messages coming from? Oh, getting some messages from the direct access Instagram, but I'll usually leave that to my business manager to deal and to handle. Okay, back to my editing work again. A very good question, man. All right, and you're really on your way. Really want to win this, is that, don't you? Okay, if no one else gives any great questions, right, by the end of the live stream, which is at midnight tonight, 12 midnight. Okay, if no one else, Daniel, all right, Daniel here looks like he's going to be the one who's going to be walking away with this CD lah. Okay, so anybody out there who's watching this, you want to stand a chance to win a copy of this CD, drop your questions, man. Okay, the best question of the night that's in the live stream is going to get a copy of the Project EAR Revolution album. It's super limited edition. There's probably not more than 20 or 30 physical copies left. Is still nicely shrink wrapped. Okay. And Daniel says, yeah, bro, aiming for that. Well, your strategy, there can be many strategies. Either you go for quality or you go for quantity. You hunt them and you just shoot as many questions as you have until you have no choice but to be declared the winner. Okay. Hey, but then again, you're kind of the only person who's kind of watching this right now. It's not a contest when there is no contestants, isn't it? Okay, just kidding, man. No worries. All right. If there's no better question by the end of the night, okay, I guess the CD is gonna be going to you. All right, editing. Okay. Now, this song that I'm working on right now, the one I mentioned, that's for an independent guy, written by Johari Te. Um, it's for private, individual private use. It's a really, it's a fun cheesy song. It'd be really cool if I can use it for MixStream, and I have to try and get permission to use it, right, for one of my episodes for MixStream. But then it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard when it comes to more corporate and sometimes the label stuff, because they don't want their things to leak or not, right? So the MixStream thing is something that's a little bit more more appealing for independent artists lah, so to speak. Okay, right? So, well, what is this MixStream? Have you caught any of my MixStream episodes, Daniel? Have you watched any of my other videos in my channel? Let me very quickly share that with you. Share that with you guys. So 2105 YouTube. Here we go. There it is. Okay. Now, if you haven't done so, right? Okay, this is my YouTube channel. Okay, the Studio 2105 Direct Access MixStream channel. Okay, let me just leave that. Okay, if you guys were watching this, okay, this is my YouTube channel. Usually every day on Friday nights, the main program that I usually have would be the MixStream. So what is the MixStream? Okay, let me put that up here. You guys can see it, right? Okay, so this is my channel. Okay, if you haven't done so, head on down. Please click on the subscribe button. That will really help the channel out. Okay, really appreciate it. I am trying my best. I just started doing all of this in March. I'm trying to hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. So if you can, that would be great. Okay, help me to subscribe and share this with your friends and anyone who you think is interested in recording, music production, and all that. Okay, all right. Let's see. Okay, so head on down to this channel. All right. I got loads and loads of videos. I have done. How many videos have I done now, man? Okay, let's see. Let me try and make a count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 5 is 60. 60 minus 2 because there are 2 duplicate ones. 58 videos. I've done 58 YouTube videos right now so far. Okay, it's like, okay, I can't believe it. All right, started doing this in March, and then now it is. So I've got loads of stuff every week. Every week I do the weekly update Wednesday, and then every Friday I usually do an episode of MixStream. Okay, so MixStream is where I usually feature a brand new local or up and coming artist. Sometimes it can be artists that I'm working on. Sometimes sometimes the artists send me the tracks, a song for them to mix, and I actually do a live stream session. Okay, so I've done 12. Last week I did Pragmata by Swerve. I did 217, the band Kembalikan. The song was Kembalikan, and then 217. And I even did for everything: hip hop, gospel, rock, metal, punk rock. I did what's that? I did pop, right? Velvet and Rich from Estranged. They did a kind of a duet, a pop song. Right, back then I did for An Honest Mistake, their brand new single, okay, which I also featured as well. Right, their brand new single was called I Don't Give a Damn. All right, so lots and lots of videos and some tutorials and Q&A sessions all in my channel here, so do check it out. Okay, all right, do check it out. I really appreciate it. Okay, so Daniel says, can you share your favorite local band nowadays? Mine's Orkesa Hizadin, fan of local too, but not much song yet for them. Okay, cool. Or local artists, is it? All right, so let's see. Hmm. Favorite. Let's see. It's really hard to say actually, because I don't have any favorites. Okay, I love them all. All right. To me, okay. To me, there's only two things, and I really don't care what genre it is, whether it's pop, whether it's whether it's pop, whether it's rock, whether it's metal or dangdut or whatsoever, or hip hop or anything like that. To me, music is, for me. There's only two ways of looking at music, right? Now, uh, I used to think that music can be categorized into two things. I used to my previous thought, right, used to be there's good music or bad music. That's used to be my thought. Okay, but actually I don't even think of music that way anymore, right? It's no longer good or bad music. Now I split it and categorize it this way. Okay, number one is music that gets a reaction, that triggers an emotional response. And two, right, on the other hand, the second category is music that gets no reaction. All right, so it's these two, either music that gets a reaction or music that doesn't get a reaction. Right, so we talk about local bands. Let's see, what's my favorite now? What's the band that I really like to listen to? Mm, it's hard to say, right? I may tend to be I may be a little bit biased because it will probably be it will probably be bands that I've worked on before. Uh, but it's not any particular, maybe not any particular band actually. Okay, so let's see. This is one that I now there are some that I really like. Let me go. Local. There's so many that are good, that I really like. I'm trying to look here and see, okay, which ones that I like. Okay, cool. Um, how are we gonna do this? Okay, here it goes. So I really like. For me, it's not really the bands. I don't look at it as bands. Well, they are of course the entity as a band, but for me, I rather go into their individual songs. So some bands will have good songs, and then sometimes in their EP or album they have like one that's not so good, not so great. So I kind of rather look at songs instead of bands. So I'm going to be a little bit more biased. Okay, so I'm going to pick the bands which I've worked before on direct access music production workshop lah. Okay, all right. So again, because what I do every year for these workshops, I always do I do the band search, and I get everyone to sort of submit bands to submit their demos and submit their submissions. Okay, of which recently there's the Anugerah Lagu Indie, right, which just came out, something similar, I suppose. But this is for my workshop purposes, so I get to send their submissions. So for me, I always pick out the song um, uh, which really attracts me the most, which really hits me the most, which makes the best impression and the best impact on me possible. So there were two. Let me sort of quickly show you. Okay, so the first one. Okay, okay, here we go. Where is the? Okay, that's really weird. Where they are. Okay, here we go. There it is. This is the one. Sweet. Okay, I'll probably have to mute this because I can't really play it. So this is the band which I really one of the bands I really like. Okay, this is Joy 92. And the song that they submitted in 2018 for 2018's workshop was called Pedoman. Okay, so what really sort of attracted me was overall the song. I really like the vocalist. I think when I come to think of it, the two bands that I've picked, right, it's always been the vocals. It's always, for me, the vocal quality is the one that has really sort of piqued my interest. So this is the first one. Let me share it with you. Okay, this is Pedoman by Joy92. So you guys, if you're watching this, you can check this out. I really like this song and what it did. Okay, and the second one, right, was last year's, was called Roslift. Okay, so I don't know whether they have the video over here in, or they only have a promo. No, they don't have the official video. Oh, they have a live, but they don't have the official video of the song. Well, the song is available on digital platforms. I know it's available on Spotify. Okay, so okay, for me, I can't see their faces. Come on, I need to adjust they need to adjust the YouTube cover photo here, man. So you cannot see the faces. That's so weird, right? So Joy92, right? It's one of my favorites. Rosliv was also another favorite band which I really like. Okay, and the offshoot from Rosliv, actually, if you want to check out, right, is the band called Dewata Raya, because two of the members, right, in Rosliv are actually band members in Dewata Raya as well. So Dewata Raya is really cool. They call themselves progressive folk, whatever. Okay, let me take a look. Okay, here it is, right, in this video. So it's experimental folk progressive rock. Okay, so Dewata Raya. Okay, so I mixed one of their upcoming singles. Okay, it's called Masa dan Rasa. So you can also check this out. Okay, it's all on my MixStream channel. Okay, it's on my YouTube channel. You can watch this, and this was an epic one. This was 6 hours plus long. This session, this was the longest one ever. Okay, because their project is like epic. I think we had like 140 tracks inside the project. So yeah, so Dewata Raya is another one that I would check out as well. Now maybe I want to sort of highlight maybe some of the local solo artists and all that. And personally, again, I really don't judge by successful, right, by success, but you can sort of see by, I did these song breakdown. Let me go into this playlist. Okay, playlist. Okay, so I used to do these song breakdown videos. So the first one I did was Hujan Hati by Loco, of course, right? Okay, but the second one which I did, okay, was with a good friend of mine, Toy Nizam. Okay, so Toy was one of the and he's a multi-talented singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist. He plays drums, he plays bass, he plays guitars, he plays angklung. He's very famous with the angklung thing. But he also took part in Academy Fantasia, AF6. He was also in HyperAct, right? He was one of the founding members behind HyperAct as well. So I really enjoyed, love his song and his songwritings. Okay, again, it's not necessarily always the most commercially successful ones, but emotionally and in terms of songwriting and in the impact that I have, right? This, Toys songs and Toys music really speaks to me lah. Okay, right? So some of the songs I hate, Windu Pengumpat Luka, Papa. There's so many, right? His songs are his lyrics are always very heartfelt. So I think nowadays with music, it's always very fast food. A lot of popular music is almost like fast food. You consume it, you eat it, and then you feel good temporarily, but then it doesn't give you a long-lasting, satisfying, meaningful impact. Toy songs has that kind of a long-lasting, meaningful impact. At least for me personally, personally for me. Okay. Another one which I did was the song called Cincin di Jari by Jamil Said. So Jamil Said is again right. he's a singer-songwriter all the way from Singapore, and This was a song which I mixed. Okay, so I did an episode on of this song breakdown as well. Okay, so this song to me, Chin Chin Di Jari, for me it is hands down, okay, hands down the best wedding song. Okay, the be it in whatever language lah, English or BM. Okay, again, I am biased because I worked and I mixed this song. Okay, but this song to me to this day, right? I think we wrote this song. When was this song done? Okay, the official music video. Let me check it out. 2017, man. Yeah. So actually, we did it, I think, in 2016, lah. Right. So this was the official music video, Chin Chin Di Jari by Jamil Said. Okay. And right, it's a great video. It's a really, really touching video. All right, I suggest that you do check it out. Let me share it with you. Do check out this video. Right, okay. Pinchin Vidjari by Jamil Said. Okay, this song really speaks to me, and it remains one of my favorite songs until this day, lah. Again, I'm a softie down at heart, so maybe that's maybe that's why. Okay, I'm really a softie for all these songs. Okay, yeah. So if you guys want to know what kind of music I like, yeah. So maybe you should check it out. The song breakdown. There's one more that I did with Hectic. All right, another one I did with the band Hectic. So yeah, I guess I would say that if you talk about band, the one that I really sort of like and dig, right, the newer bands especially, I would say Hectic would be at the top of my list. Okay, again, I'm biased because I recorded and I mixed the band, so probably that's not the best answer that I could give, lah. Okay, so yeah, that's right. So, what do you like about Orkestra Hizadin actually? Right? I've only heard their hit single, and I actually watched their gig live once. But it was at a place where the PA system was not really good. It's kind of a really bad PA system, so it was really unfair. I couldn't judge it. Now, if they maybe played a show at a place with a better venue with a better PA, maybe I would have enjoyed the show a little bit better. Okay, so I have actually watched Orkestra Hizadin before. Okay, so what do you like about them, man? Let me know. Right? They had a song, what, 2.6 bintang or something like that, right? Something like that, right? It's just playing on the 2.6 billion theme. Let me know. Okay. All right, who is this? Okay, talking about Joy 92, I just got a message from Joy 92's. This world is weird, but I got a message from the composer and lead singer. I'm actually working on another project with him. All right, not the band; it's a different project. Okay, oh, he wants to do a recording session tomorrow, but I can't. Okay, yeah, right. So, all right. So we talk about okay. So you're referring to Orkestra Hizadin. Reminds you of Hujan, huh? Okay. So yeah, cool. Hujan is undeniably been such a huge impact. Okay, so Bang Face was one, Hujan was another one. Okay, huge impact on I would say also Bittersweet and Meet Uncle Hussein to another extent also a huge impact on the on the on on fans, on music listeners here in Malaysia. Okay, this year when I was asking the submissions, right, for the direct access band search, which I did recently, I think if you watched, I think I did the listening party a few episodes back of this. Let me try and look for it. Which one was it? So when I did a little listening party, there were so many bands that, yeah, here it is. This video here, all right? Direct Access Band Search 2020 listening party. Okay, so you guys were watching this, and so many bands that came out that sent their demos in sounded like Hujan. All right, so we were listening through all the submissions and everything, and it's like, hey, this band sounds like Hujan. Hey, this band sounds like Hujan. So it's like definitely like it shows that um, how much of a big impact that they had. Okay, so I've known I've known No and I've known Dimas for a long time. They're original members also. Chacha was another original member. All right. Dimas has got a really good friend. I worked with him on Roughage, and then Dimas had a very big role to play in making Mara Bahaya possible as well. Right. Dimas, like Hujan's keyboardist. No, I've knew him since he was still a kid hanging around in the Excellent Studios, right? Sometimes with no place to go, we sleep overnight in the studio there. Okay. Oh, by the way, trivia, right? I actually mixed Pagi Yang Gelap. In case you didn't know, their first hit single, Hujan's first hit single, was um, was mixed by me. Okay, right. So let me pause that. Okay, right. So last question. Okay, let me jump to this first. Is you see that video? Want to hear some Hujans? Okay, all right. You can check that out. The audio quality on that is not so great because somehow inside the streaming software which I'm using here, which is StreamYard, right? When you want to sort of stream from an external application, some really complicated you got to jump through some hoops just to get audio from an external application. So the audio quality is not that great, right? So, holy shit, you mixed the one that started all. Yeah, I did. I did. Yep, that's right. So I did mix Pagi Yang Gelap. One day, if I can, I will want to try and do maybe a chat session with Dimas or with No or something. If I can get him on an interview, on a song breakdown interview, and we'll maybe talk about Pagi Yang Gelap, okay? Right? Or maybe I try and maybe I get AG on and we'll have a little chat session. I don't know, right? I need to really find the time to do it, okay? So it was Pagi Yang Gelap. Kau Harus Ada was also mixed by me. There were a couple of other tracks from the first album which I did, but I can't remember the other titles. I only remember Pagi Yang Gelap and Kau Harus Ada. Okay, yeah. A lot of my friends also, good friends of mine, like other engineers also. Yeah. Kind of have a lot to talk about that. Okay. Yeah, you mixed the one that started it all. Yes, I did indeed. Yeah. Crazy. Let's be damn honest, bro. Hope you can get them. I hope so. All right. I really have so many things on my hand. Right. I will put that inside my bucket list of things to do, of stuff and videos to do. I will definitely do that. I always write them down in my notebook. Also, obviously, I'm I don't want to brag, but I'm kind of pretty proud that I had always worked on bands and artists that really set. I'm considered very lucky lah. Maybe it's timing. Maybe it's just being in the right place at the right time. Maybe. Okay. But I had the opportunity to mix Hujan's Pagi Yang Gelap. That became the big hit, and that became launched them into stardom. I also recorded Bang Faces. I recorded and mixed Bang Face Situasi, and that launched them into the mainstream and superstardom. Then I guess when it came to like 2012, I recorded and mixed Hyperact, and that started another whole trend of bands that did all these slower pop rock songs for TV drama. So hey, I don't want to brag, but yeah, I have worked and mixed on a lot of stuff which really set a lot of trends going lah. So yeah, so that's what I did, man. Okay, so yeah, you had another question. Okay, maybe I have to put a limit lah. Okay, next time everyone who comes on board, maximum can only have three questions. How about that? Okay, so your other question was, have you ever worked around a track that you personally don't like, and do you advise you think the track they send is not it? Okay, right. So this is actually a good question. This is a music production related question. Okay. Music production related question. Now, it's very important to always define, right, the role that someone plays in the production process. Now, if my relationship in that project, if I am, if I'm hired just to engineer, that is just to help to record and just to help mix the song, then I really don't care about the song. I personally don't care about I personally don't care about the song, lah. Whether the song is good or not. Because when when I'm hired in my role, um, and when my role is an engineer, I am there as a service provider. I am due to there to offer my technical knowledge, my technical expertise to help the artist, to help the client record and mix their song. As an engineer, it is not my place, nor it is my position to be imposing my opinions or my creative ideas or my creative vision on their song. Okay, so when it comes to that, if someone comes to me and they just want to record and mix with me, then heck, you know whether I like the song or not, it really does not factor into the equation at all. However, of course, I will, okay, all right, sometimes draw the line, lah, okay. Now, if it is a song, if the song obviously, is, I would say, let's say if it's like an and like a, it has a lot of hateful content, right? If it's stirring up some racial hatred or it's stirring religious hatred, a lot of things. If a song that I realize has the potential of doing that, then I say, sorry, man, I am not available. I wouldn't want to work on this song. Okay, right? Or if sometimes, but the tricky thing, right? Or it's sometimes it's a song which is too political. I also tend to not want to work on the song, but it's not always possible to filter it out because sometimes you don't know. You see, um, and sometimes when there are songs, and I don't want to be highlighting, let's say, hip hop. I don't want to be highlighting it, but sometimes where there are some of the younger, less mature kids out there, their lyrics sometimes really can be very degrading and objectifying to women, and so I will usually kind of try to distance myself from it, lah. But it's not always possible to know because sometimes I don't know what the lyrics are going to be. You see, right? So that's where it is. Now, on the other side, on the other hand, now if I am being hired and asked to produce, if I'm coming on board as a producer, now for me, all right, and this is not my opinion. This is kind of an opinion which I sort of shared and I've sort of borrowed from other previous producers, right? For me, if I'm producing a song, I have to really love and not just like, I have to love the song. I have to love the song melody. I have to love the lyrics. I love the message about it. I have to really be in love and believe in the song in order for me to effectively work and come on board as a producer. There have been some times, with this, because on the for the based on the project and or what the client runs, they really want me to produce. Okay, so, and what I will try to do is that, as a producer, we really want to try to um, uh, your job really is, you the producer is the final QC, the quality control of, you are the buck literally stops here lah, at the producer lah, okay. How good the final outcome is falls right on the producer's hands, right, or the producer's feet. How good the final product, okay. That's why I said earlier on, the problems always come up with abdication of responsibility when the producer says, I don't want to be responsible, okay. I don't want to be, I don't want to take responsibility for this, it's like, yeah, that's where the problems usually come in. That's where you sometimes hear substandard and subpar productions. It becomes like that when people don't want to take responsibility, when people don't want to invest their they don't want to invest their time and their heart and their energy and their everything into it. For me, I want to. It's for me. I find no other way. I really need to. So obviously, if the song comes in, it has to have something. It has to have a seed of greatness. Right? A great song is not necessarily a good sounding song. Trust me. Okay. Likewise, a great mix. Okay, here is a paradox. A great mix is not necessarily a good sounding mix. Okay, might be a little bit mind blowing here, but this is true. A great mix is not necessarily one which has got the best balance of the frequencies, the best balance of highs, the best snare tone, the best bass tone, the best guitar tone, the best vocal EQ, everything the best. A great mix is always the one which always impacts the listener the most. That's what makes a great mix, and that not necessarily has to have a great sound. Excuse me, right? Let me just get a bit of tea inside it. So yeah, so if I do get a song, it has to somehow have some element of greatness inside it. It has to be that good. So maybe we need to polish it. Maybe we need to rework maybe the structure, rework the arrangements, maybe tweak a little bit of melody, tweak a little bit of lyrics. That's where all the job of the producer is there to sit down with the artist and spend time working on the pre-production stage. That's where all the real hard work takes place. Excuse me, let me drink this tea for a second. Okay. Well, I've been talking for almost 2 hours non-stop. My voice, man. So yeah. So if I'm being a producer, right? Firstly, if I don't like the song, I won't take on the job. Okay. For me, that's what I believe, lah. All right. I really have to like the song first, and to sort of continue where I left off. Yes, the song might not be that great, that good, but I can sort of see where the seed or the potential is, right? That's what a good producer does as well. They can see the potential in it, can see where you can actually take that song. So yeah, so if it needs to, that's where the pre-production stage is very, very important. We rework the song, rewrite parts if we need to, rewrite lyrics, rewrite the melodies, rework the structure, rework the arrangement, rework the chord progressions if we need to. All this needs to be done in pre-production lah, right? So yep. So yeah, it has to be a track. So to sum it up, it has to be a song that I love. Okay, but if the song is not great, as in it does not, it's not there yet. Okay, it's not it. For example, like as how you word it, it's not there. But if I can see that it can get there, it can get somewhere, then yes, right? Then definitely that's something that will be worth the time to invest, to take on. Okay, that's basically what I think. All right. So yes, sorry, bro. Too many questions. No, man, not at all. Okay, right. Don't apologize. Right. All these questions are really, really good. Because sometimes it's good. I will always want to share these sort of things with with you guys out there, anybody who's watching this, whether you're watching right now on this live stream or you're going to be watching this on the video replay on YouTube. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, because I might as well put it out there. No point in keeping all these things in my head, so to speak. Better lay it out, and if I can sort of help, I can share. And if someone can, and if you are watching this and you can learn, and you decide whether it's right or wrong for you, lah. Okay, right? So if you feel that's something that you can apply in your own productions, in your own workflow, in your own life, then go ahead. But if you think that it's, what JD said doesn't work for me, that's entirely fine as well. That's perfectly fine as well. Okay, yeah. So no, there's no bad questions. It's all good. Okay, all right. So let's see. Okay, I'm gonna be here for another 12 minutes. Gonna sign off exactly at 12 midnight. So really, really appreciate, man. Those are great and fantastic questions, lah. Fantastic questions. Let me go back to. Let's see. Let's go back to my channel. Okay, I've gotten a lot of messages, right? Let me go ahead and reply to them yet. Let me see why they call me. Okay. See you on Sunday. Sunday. Let me check. Alright. Alright. Thanks for sharing, man. Appreciate it. No, thank you for hanging out on this little casual chat session, man. Thank you for being there, right? I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Okay? Because you could be doing something else, you could be watching a video, you could be hanging out with friends or something like that on a Friday night, partying, right? But you decided to hang and to sort of sit down with little old me and listen to me talk and ramble on for almost 2 hours. Okay, what's happening next Saturday? Saturday. Okay, let me write it down first. Saturday. Okay, let me just write this down first. Oh, Monday, got another VO recording session. Carlos VO recording. Oh, shoot. Damn, almost timed me right. 2 to 4. 2 to 4. 2 to 4 is. My mom's coming back from outstation on 2 to 4. So, okay. Can manage to go and pick them up. Almost forgot about my mom coming back down. All right. Thank you for hanging, for joining in this chat, man. Another, let's say 9 minutes more to go. If you still have any more questions, right, please leave them down. Anybody who's watching this, I really do appreciate it. Okay, any questions, any comments? If anyone who's tuning in like really late, last 10 minutes of this video, please feel free to leave a comment and chime in, man. Let me know that you are there, that you are watching this. Okay, TBC means to be confirmed. Next week Tuesday also recording with 6 Cents, also to be confirmed. Jeremiah, okay, siang atau malam? Siang atau malam? Siang atau malam? Right. Okay, Daniel, if you are still there, if you have any stuff that you want to share with me or any of the viewers here, you know, your own songs, everything. Like I said before, man, feel free. Just leave it down in the comments, and I'll definitely check it out, lah. All right, and we'll share it out there. And people who are watching this, maybe on the replay as well, will also get a chance to watch it as well. Okay, let me see. Who is this? Shahid. Shahid here. This guy looks so familiar. Looks familiar, but how may I help you? Ta-da. It's so weird when people just say hi um, and then nothing. You don't say hi. I would like to find out more. This, that. It's like you just say a hi there, and then like I'm left hanging. It's like, what's going on? Moment Naim, up, big baby, up. Hey, these guys all like the video. Naim, Afiq, you all are liking the video or you're viewing somewhere or something like that, but you never go and shop inside. Okay, never comment here. Right. Okay, so Daniel wanted to share this. Right. SoundCloud.com, Seth Delia, right? Dreamwave emulator. Okay, so great fun project made to practice the vocal mix. Okay, fun project I made to practice the vocal mix. But still shit, that's why I registered in the workshop. Oh, okay, all right, okay, cool. Wait, let me see. Can I copy it? How can I copy it? That's so weird. Inside StreamYard, it's a bit hard to copy. All right, you guys can check this out. Right, this is Daniel's stuff. All right, that he wants to share with you all. Okay, check out on this little check out this link. All right, it's down in the comment section, so if you're watching this on a replay, okay, just click on it and check it out loud. Okay, right, so okay, since we only have 5 minutes left, let me do a little sign off first, okay, and sort of a quick recap over on what I wanted to talk about. So looks like, right, first things first, let's get it out of the way. Looks like Daniel Iskandar tonight is gonna be walking away, right? Not walking away lah, okay, all right. He's gonna be the recipient of this prize, which is the Project EAR Revolution album CD. Okay, so Daniel, could you like go to the Studio 2105, drop me a DM there, drop me a message there, send me your details, your full name, your delivery address, your phone number, okay, so that I can put this out in the mail lah. Okay, all right. So usually I'll do this by post laju or something like that. All right, so please do so. Congrats, Daniel Iskandar. Again, so if you all are watching this live stream, all right, if you ever, whenever I do the Ask Me Anything sessions, right, which is on Friday in place of the MixStreams, if you come up and you give your best questions, you will stand to win a surprise prize. Okay, right, could be a CD, could be some other stuff, you know, I might give away some other merchandise or stuff like that I have in here. Okay, so who knows, it's always a surprise. Okay, so this is an encouragement for this is an incentive for you guys out there to tune into this live stream and to ask questions. Okay, now, all right, so let's see. Right, nice. All right, okay, right, congratulations, Daniel. Okay, right, so okay, so let me do a little quick sign off. Okay, so just to a quick recap, the Direct Access 1.0 Music Production Workshop is happening really soon. Okay, let me go back to that. Direct Access Music Production Workshop is going to be happening real soon, starting September 5th all the way until October 10th. It's a 6-week long, right? Every Saturday. Okay, it's a day-long workshop. So if you want to register, okay, now this workshop, as I mentioned earlier, it's free. We all love free stuff, don't we, right? So it's a free workshop, all right? And big thanks also on why it's free. Okay, let me actually go to the screen first so that you can actually see it. Share. There we go. There we go. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So one of the main reasons why we've managed to make it free. Okay. Previous years the workshop fees actually was 3,000 ringgit. Well, no, it's actually 3K. But this year we made it free, and the big reason why is because thanks to Chandana Cultural Economy Development Agency. Okay, all right. I did other videos regarding Chandana and the funds and the grants that they do, okay, inside my YouTube channel. So slots are very, very limited, okay, limited slots are left. If you want to register, please head on down to the official direct access Instagram page. If you want to register, if you want to sign up, okay, you can do there. Let me go and give you the URL. This is the link, right? You just look for direct access 2105, okay. Okay, now you can also sign up via email, okay, if you want to, right? You just need to send again your full name and your IC to direct access 2105. Okay, let me just type this out. To register, sign up to register, email your full name and IC to direct access 2105 at gmail.com. Let me type that in. Okay, there you go. Direct access 2105 at gmail.com. Okay. All right. So, it's a free workshop, as I mentioned, but there is a 50 ringgit commitment fee. Okay, the reason why we have this commitment fee is that we want to make sure that only the very, very serious participants and serious students will attend. So you come, if you attend for all the 6 workshops, we will refund you that 50 ringgit back. Okay, all right. So it's refundable if you attend all the sessions. Now, so do go ahead and message there, follow the Instagram page, Direct Access 2105. Okay. Now, so anything to do with the question there, or you can also go to the Facebook event page, right, which you can see right here in the screen. Okay, so a few more other things that I want to sort of mention. That is the workshop. Okay, that's all about the workshop. A couple of other things, right? If you haven't done so, if you're watching this, right, whether on Facebook, whether you're watching this on a replay or anything, if you haven't done so, please head on down to my YouTube channel. Okay, my YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/studio2105. Head on down there, please subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell as well so that you'll be updated every time I upload a new video lah. Okay, if you found this little chat session useful, informative, hopefully entertaining, okay, I mean, I'm not an entertainer or a comedian or stand-up comedian or something like that. If you found it entertaining, do consider leaving a like and share this with your friends, okay, all right, especially those of you may know who's interested in mixing, recording, music production related topics. Okay, you can also consider signing up to become a patron. Okay, now patrons are, right, let me put the link in first. Patrons are members of a community who help support the channel and the creation of the content, right? Not only by their subscription, but financially. Okay, you can also go down to this website, patreon.com/2105. You can sign up to become a patron. So it's for as low as $3 a month. So dollars here is US dollars lah. Okay, right? So $3 a month. There are different tiers, right? You have the basic access to direct access to VIP access. So some of the perks that you can enjoy, right? You can go to the website to find out more information. Include one-on-one mentoring and tutorial sessions, right? So with the direct access and VIP access patrons, all right, they are entitled to a one-on-one session once every week. Okay, usually a 40-minute session, okay. One-on-one mentoring tutorial, right? So we usually do this over Zoom or we do this over Skype, okay, something like that. You get like exclusive content. There's voting rights. Okay, so a lot of decisions as to what the channel, what kind of content you want to see is decided by the patrons. Patrons um, have the veto lah, right? They basically have the priority in deciding what they want to see. Okay, and for the VIP level ones, even better, they get discount codes, right? So these discount codes can be used and to redeem for any of the studio services that's available here in Studio 2105. So, right, studio rental maybe, right? I have my Studio A, Studio B. From the rental, the mixing fees, the recording packages, right? There's discounts, right? Special pleasure discounts for VIP access patrons. Okay, so yeah, do check that out. Okay, sorry if I'm rambling around for too long. Thank you again so much for watching. Hope you guys are going to stay safe. Take care of your health. Take care of your personal hygiene. That's very, very important. Okay. Wear a mask if you are going into a public area or into a confined space with people. So if you're coming in the studio, guys, whoever's watching this, if you're entering the studio, please wear a mask. I have my mask right here all the time. Okay, I have this all the time. So take care. All right, stay safe. Practice your social distancing, and I'll see you again in the next one. Okay. Till next time. Happy recording and mixing. Goodbye.